Looking to live a long, vibrant life, maybe even make it to 100 years old? Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly reach that milestone while others struggle with health issues much earlier? What if we told you that the secret isn't just about what you should be doing, but also about certain habits and choices you absolutely need to avoid? That's right. Today, we're diving deep into the top 10 things you must avoid if you want to live to 100, based on the proven habits of the world's longest-lived communities, the Blue Zones. So, without any delay, let's begin uncovering the first thing you should not do if you want to live to 100. And yes, it's one that quietly affects millions every single day. Don't overeat or eat until you're full. Now, this might not seem like a big deal. After all, finishing your plate or going back for seconds is a habit many of us grew up with. But here's what people in blue zones, the regions where people live the longest and healthiest lives, do differently. They eat less and they eat with intention. Overeating, even by just a little bit each day, puts stress on your entire system. Your body has to work harder to digest the extra food. It stores more fat, and this chronic overload creates inflammation, the very kind that's been linked to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even accelerated cognitive decline. So, what should you do instead? First, start by slowing down at mealtimes. Most of us eat too fast, which doesn't give our brains enough time to register that we're full. Try putting your fork down between bites, chewing more thoroughly, and really tasting your food. The slower pace helps you feel full sooner, and it also makes meals more enjoyable. Another powerful shift is to eat until you're about 80% full. That's a principle known as hara hachibu, practiced in Okinawa, Japan, one of the world's most famous blue zones. The idea is simple. Stop eating when you're no longer hungry, not when you're absolutely full. That slight gap not only helps prevent weight gain, but it keeps your energy more stable after meals, rather than feeling heavy or sluggish. It also helps to use smaller plates. It might sound basic, but studies have shown that smaller dishware naturally reduces how much we eat without us even realizing it. It's a visual cue that tricks the brain in a good way. Portioning out snacks instead of eating from the bag is another small change with a big payoff. When you portion ahead of time, you stay mindful of how much you are eating, and that helps avoid the trap of mindless munching, especially in front of screens. Moreover, focus on whole foods that are rich in fiber and water content, like beans, vegetables, and fruits. These naturally fill you up and nourish your body without overloading it. Plus, fiber slows digestion and helps regulate blood sugar, which supports better energy and fewer cravings throughout the day. Another secret? Avoid eating too late in the evening. In blue zones, people typically have their biggest meal earlier in the day and eat lighter at night. This gives the digestive system a chance to rest, which is essential for long-term health. And finally, listen to your body. Learn the difference between real hunger and emotional eating. If you're reaching for food out of boredom, stress, or habit, take a moment, pause, and ask yourself what you really need in that moment. Sometimes it's food, but other times it might be rest, connection, or just a break. All right, moving on to the next thing. You should absolutely avoid if your goal is to live a longer, healthier life. And this one is a silent health killer that many people don't even realize is harming them day after day, leading a sedentary lifestyle. Now think about this. How many hours do you spend sitting each day between work, commuting, meals, and downtime in front of a screen? It can really add up. And the problem is, our bodies were never designed to be still for that long. In fact, in the blue zones, where people routinely live into their 90s and even hundreds, movement is built right into their daily life. They're not pumping iron at the gym or running marathons. They're simply living in environments that encourage natural, constant motion. When we sit for long periods of time, our muscles begin to weaken, circulation slows down, and our metabolism drops. That means the systems in your body, from digestion to cardiovascular health to joint function, begin to operate less efficiently. Over time, this increases the risk for heart disease, blood clots, insulin resistance, and even cognitive decline. And here's the truth: the less you move now, the more likely you are to lose your independence as you age. So what can you do instead? The key is not necessarily intense workouts. It's about creating a lifestyle that includes natural movement throughout your day. Start simple. Get up every hour and stretch or walk around, even if just for a couple of minutes. If you work at a desk, consider a standing desk or take walking meetings when possible. Set reminders if you need to, but build that movement in. Try to walk as much as possible. Even short walks after meals help stabilize blood sugar and improve digestion. Use the stairs instead of the elevator. Park a little farther away from the store entrance. It all adds up. These low-intensity, high-frequency movements are exactly the kind seen in Blue Zone communities. They garden, sweep, walk to see friends, knead bread by hand. These aren't workouts, but they are powerful health habits. If you enjoy structure, sure, go ahead and schedule in light exercise, yoga, swimming, or a daily stretching routine. But you don't have to force yourself into rigid fitness programs to age well. What matters more is consistency and the frequency of movement. The goal is to avoid being still for too long, not to punish your body into action. And here's something else: choose activities you actually enjoy. Dancing, hiking, biking, even playing with your grandchildren. If you love it, you'll keep doing it. That's the secret to staying active for life. And the benefits go beyond just physical. Regular movement boosts your mood, improves sleep, and keeps your brain sharp. It also helps you maintain balance and coordination, reducing your risk of falls as you age. Remember, motion is life. And if you want to make it to 100 with strength, clarity, and independence, you've got to keep your body in motion every single day. All right, let's keep going. And this next one is a big one. If you're serious about living a long and healthy life, possibly even reaching 100 like those in the blue zones, then staying away from tobacco is absolutely non-negotiable. Smoking doesn't just harm your lungs. It damages nearly every single organ in your body. It speeds up cellular aging, weakens your immune system, and increases your risk for heart disease, cancer, chronic lung conditions, and stroke. In fact, long-term tobacco use has been directly linked to shortened telomeres. Those are the protective caps on the ends of your chromosomes that naturally shorten with age. When they wear out faster, so do you. It's like aging your body from the inside out, day by day. And here's something important to realize. Even occasional smoking, just a few cigarettes a week, still poses serious risks. It's not an all-or-nothing equation. Every cigarette chips away at your health, especially when you're already managing other factors like stress, high blood pressure, or existing illness. The damage adds up. And here's a shocking fact. Passive smoking, also known as secondhand smoke, can actually be even more dangerous in some situations than smoking itself. That's because those around the smoker often inhale a concentrated mix of toxic chemicals without any filter at all. Regular exposure can still increase risks of lung disease, heart problems, and cancer, even if you have never touched a cigarette in your life. So, what should you do instead? The answer is simple, but not always easy. Quit entirely. If you smoke, set a clear intention to stop and seek out real support. You don't have to do it alone. Nicotine replacement therapies like patches or gum can help ease cravings, while counseling and behavioral therapy can help tackle the habits and stress triggers that fuel the addiction. Many people also find success with support groups, apps, or even working directly with their doctor to find a tailored quit plan. If you're not a smoker, protect your health by avoiding secondhand smoke. It still carries harmful toxins that damage your lungs and heart over time. That means steering clear of smoky rooms, tobacco-heavy social settings, or even sitting near someone smoking outside. And here's something hopeful. The body starts healing quickly after quitting. Within just a few days, your circulation begins to improve and your lung function starts to bounce back. After a year, your risk for heart disease drops significantly, and the earlier you stop, the more years of healthy life you gain. Now, let's shift gears and talk about something you might not expect to have such a deep impact on longevity: your social life. Neglecting your social connections might not seem like a major health risk, but it can be just as damaging as smoking or obesity over time. When you are chronically lonely or isolated, your body reacts as if it's under constant threat. Stress hormones, like cortisol, stay elevated, which leads to chronic inflammation, the kind of internal stress that's been directly linked to heart disease, depression, weakened immunity, and cognitive decline. Over time, it literally wears the body down. You see, we are wired for connection. And in places where people live the longest, like Okinawa in Japan or Sardinia in Italy, strong family bonds and lifelong friendships are at the heart of everyday life. People check in on each other, they share meals, they laugh together, mourn together, and show up for one another. And that sense of belonging, of being seen and valued, is one of the most powerful buffers against aging and disease. So what should you do instead? Make it a point to nurture your relationships regularly. If you live near to your family, schedule time with them, even if it's just a quick walk or shared meal. If distance is an issue, use technology to stay close. Video calls, voice notes, or even a simple weekly phone call can go a long way in keeping bonds strong. Consider expanding your circle, too. Join a book club, sign up for a community class, volunteer at a local shelter, or attend neighborhood events. These aren't just social activities, they're lifelines to meaningful connection. And if you're shy or introverted, that's okay. Deep relationships aren't about quantity, but quality. Even just one or two trusted friends can make a massive difference. Also, don't underestimate the value of casual, everyday interactions. Chatting with a neighbor, smiling at the barista, or exchanging a kind word with someone in line. These moments create tiny sparks of connection that brighten your mood and make life feel less isolated. Okay, let's move on to a crucial aspect of longevity that many people underestimate: the powerful impact of having a clear sense of purpose in life. When you don't have a sense of direction or something meaningful to strive for, it can quietly undermine your mental and physical health. Feeling aimless or without purpose often leads to increased risks of depression and anxiety, which can sap your motivation and energy. This isn't just about feeling down emotionally. These feelings can actually shorten your lifespan and make your body more vulnerable to illness. Studies from the blue zones, where people live significantly longer lives, reveal a common secret. Having a strong why to live for is one of the most consistent predictors of a long, healthy life. But what exactly does having purpose mean? It doesn't mean you have to find your life's work or a big mission overnight. It can be as simple as focusing on what matters most to you, whether that's spending quality time with family, engaging in hobbies that bring you joy, volunteering your time to help others, or continuously learning new skills that challenge your mind. These meaningful activities give you a reason to get up each day with enthusiasm and a positive outlook. One way to cultivate purpose is by setting small goals regularly. These could be daily intentions like calling a loved one, finishing a creative project, or joining a local community group. Weekly goals might include volunteering, attending a class, or starting a new book. These little acts build momentum, reduce feelings of stress, and help keep your mind sharp and engaged. The science is clear. When your life has purpose, your brain produces chemicals that reduce stress and boost your overall resilience. So, if you want to live longer and feel better as you age, it's essential not to ignore this part of your well-being. Take the time to discover what drives you, what lights a spark inside, and what makes you feel alive. It's not just good for your soul, it's a powerful secret to living a vibrant, long life. So now we're curious, What's something that gives your life meaning or makes you excited to get up every morning? Is it a hobby, your family, or maybe a cause we all care deeply about? Drop a comment below and let's share our sense of purpose together. We can inspire each other to live with passion and intention every single day. And let's keep this important conversation going by diving into a topic that's often overlooked but plays a huge role in how gracefully we age: alcohol consumption. Many of us enjoy a drink now and then, whether it's a glass of wine with dinner or a cocktail to unwind. But when drinking crosses the line into excess, it can seriously accelerate the aging process and increase the risk of a host of chronic diseases. Excessive alcohol intake is tough on your liver, which is your body's natural detox powerhouse. When you drink heavily over time, your liver struggles to keep up with the toxins, leading to inflammation, fatty liver disease, and even more serious conditions like cirrhosis. But the damage doesn't stop there. Alcohol also affects your heart by raising blood pressure and contributing to irregular heartbeats, which increases your risk of heart disease, one of the leading causes of death worldwide. On top of that, heavy drinking interferes with your brain health. It disrupts the quality of your sleep, making it harder for your body and mind to repair and rejuvenate during the night. This poor sleep can lead to memory problems, mood swings, and reduced cognitive function over time. What's more, alcohol promotes chronic inflammation throughout your body. Inflammation is one of the major drivers behind many age-related diseases, including arthritis, diabetes, and even some cancers. So, what's the best way to enjoy alcohol without compromising your health and longevity? The answer lies in moderation and mindful drinking. If you do choose to drink, it's important to stick to moderate levels, generally defined as no more than 1 drink per day for women and 2 drinks per day for men. Opting for red wine on occasion is a smart choice, since it contains antioxidants like resveratrol that may provide some protective benefits for your heart and cells. But the key here is occasional and moderate, not daily or excessive. It's equally important to avoid binge drinking, which means consuming a large amount of alcohol in a short period. Binge drinking is especially harmful because it causes sudden spikes in blood alcohol levels, increasing the risk of accidents, liver injury, and long-term health complications. Even if you don't drink daily, binge episodes can undo a lot of the positive effects of a generally healthy lifestyle. So, by drinking responsibly, you help your body maintain its natural balance and ability to heal, which is essential for living a long and vibrant life. Remember, it's not about giving up all pleasures, but making choices that support your overall health and help you stay strong, sharp, and full of energy well into your later years. When it comes to alcohol and aging, less is definitely more. And moderation can be your best ally in the journey to living a healthy, long life. And let's continue with a topic that is absolutely vital but often underestimated when it comes to living a long, healthy life: the quality of our sleep. Sleep is far more than just rest. It's the time when our bodies and minds undergo essential repair and rejuvenation. When we don't get enough good quality sleep, it sets off a chain reaction in our bodies that accelerates aging and opens the door to a variety of health problems. Poor sleep disrupts the balance of hormones that regulate everything from appetite to stress, causing an increase in harmful inflammation throughout the body. This inflammation doesn't just cause discomfort, it's linked to chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline, like memory loss and dementia. In fact, people who regularly get less than the recommended 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep are at a much higher risk for these conditions, which can significantly shorten lifespan. So, how do we ensure our sleep supports our longevity? First, it's important to create a bedtime routine that helps signal to your body it's time to wind down. This could include relaxing activities such as reading a book, taking a warm bath, or practicing gentle meditation or deep breathing exercises. Avoiding caffeine and heavy meals late in the day is crucial because stimulants and indigestion can interfere with falling asleep or cause restless nights. Another key factor is the sleeping environment. Keeping your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet can dramatically improve sleep quality. If light or noise is a problem, consider blackout curtains or white noise machines to block distractions. Equally important is keeping screens, phones, tablets, TVs out of the bedroom, or at least turning them off an hour before bed, as the blue light they emit interferes with your body's natural production of melatonin, the hormone that controls sleep-wake cycles. Consistency also matters. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends, helps regulate your internal clock, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed. If you find yourself tossing and turning or waking up frequently, it might be time to evaluate your sleep habits or consult a healthcare professional. Remember, good sleep isn't a luxury or an afterthought. It's one of the most powerful tools we have to protect our brain, boost our immune system, reduce inflammation, and ultimately extend our healthy years. So tonight, make a plan to prioritize your sleep and watch how it transforms not just your nights, but your days as well. What changes have you tried to improve your sleep? Have you noticed a difference in your energy or mood? We'd love to hear your experiences in the comments below. Moving on, let's talk about something that quietly but powerfully influences how we age: stress. Stress is something we all experience. It's part of daily life, but when it becomes chronic, it starts to silently sabotage our health in serious ways. When stress sticks around for too long, our bodies produce excess amounts of the hormone cortisol. While cortisol is helpful in short bursts, protecting us in emergencies, when it stays elevated over time, it causes widespread inflammation, suppresses our immune system, and accelerates the aging process at the cellular level. This means that chronic stress can literally wear down your body faster, increasing your risk for illnesses like heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline, and can even shorten your lifespan. But here's the empowering part. Stress management is something we can control, and incorporating stress relief practices into our daily lives can profoundly improve not only how we feel, but also how long and well we live. It's not about overhauling your entire routine or dedicating hours each day to meditation. Small, consistent habits make a big difference. Starting with simple breathing exercises, for instance, can calm your nervous system and lower cortisol levels within minutes. Taking brief pauses during your workday to stretch or step outside can break the cycle of tension and help clear your mind. Nature itself is a powerful healer. Spending time outside, whether it's a walk in the park, gardening, or just sitting under a tree, helps lower stress hormones and boost your mood naturally. Likewise, hobbies, whether they are creative like painting, physical like dancing, or relaxing like reading, offer a much-needed mental break and help restore emotional balance. And let's not forget the importance of social connections. Sharing your time and energy with loved ones, friends, or even community groups provides emotional support that buffers against the harmful effects of stress. Socializing boosts endorphins, reduces feelings of isolation, and improves overall resilience to life's challenges. By actively managing stress, we are not just protecting ourselves from immediate discomfort. We're investing in our long-term health and longevity. It's a commitment to treat ourselves kindly and nurture our mental and physical health every single day. So think about your own stress habits. How do you typically unwind? What small steps can you take today to bring more calm and joy into your life? We'd love to hear your strategies in the comments below because learning from each other helps us all create healthier, happier lives. Now, let's talk about a dietary habit that can seriously undermine our efforts to live a long, healthy life, relying too much on processed foods. We all know how convenient and tempting they can be. Those quick snacks, ready-to-eat meals, and packaged treats that fill supermarket shelves. But here's the truth. Relying on processed foods regularly can seriously speed up aging. Why? Because these foods are often loaded with unhealthy fats, added sugars, and preservatives that don't just sit quietly in your body. They trigger inflammation, contribute to unwanted weight gain, and disrupt your metabolism. Over time, this creates the perfect storm for chronic diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. So, what's the better path? The answer lies in returning to the basics. Whole, fresh foods. Think colorful fruits and vegetables, hearty legumes, wholesome nuts, and whole grains that fuel your body with nutrients and fiber instead of empty calories. When you prepare meals at home, you take back control, controlling exactly what goes into your dishes, reducing salt, sugar, and unhealthy fats that sneak into processed options. This doesn't mean you have to be a gourmet chef or spend hours cooking every day. Simple recipes with fresh ingredients can be quick, delicious, and incredibly nourishing. And don't worry about completely cutting out all processed foods. It's okay to enjoy your favorite snacks occasionally. The key is moderation and making sure these aren't the mainstay of your diet. By choosing whole foods most of the time, you're giving your body the best tools to reduce inflammation, maintain a healthy weight, and keep your metabolism running smoothly. This approach helps you age with vitality and lowers the risk of diseases that can shorten your lifespan. And finally, let's explore something that might seem simple, but is absolutely essential for longevity: staying connected with nature. In today's fast-paced, screen-filled world, it's easy to spend most of our time indoors, disconnected from the natural environment. But this lifestyle can quietly chip away at our health over time. When we don't get enough sunlight, our bodies produce less vitamin D, a crucial nutrient that supports bone strength, immune function, and even mood regulation. Lack of time outside also means less physical activity, which contributes to weaker muscles and poorer circulation. On top of that, being stuck indoors can increase stress levels and negatively affect mental health, speeding up the aging process in ways we might not immediately notice. So, what can we do to reverse this? The solution is surprisingly simple and enjoyable. Make it a daily habit to spend time outside, whether it's a gentle walk in a nearby park, tending to a garden, or just sitting quietly in a natural setting to soak in the fresh air and greenery. Even bringing plants into your home can help create a calming environment that connects you with nature indoors. Another key is to consciously limit screen time. Put down your phone, step away from the computer, and prioritize real-world experiences outside. Embracing the outdoors doesn't just boost your mood and reduce stress, it also strengthens your immune system and supports your overall health. And there you have it, the 10 things you should avoid if you want to live a long, healthy life inspired by the Blue Zone secrets. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like so it can reach more people who truly need to hear this message. Don't forget to share it with your loved ones. It might just make a difference in their lives too. And make sure to subscribe for more videos packed with tips to help you live better, longer. Thanks for watching.